Welcome everyone, my name is Andy Ng and we are into this course called How to Close Every Sale. There's some background about myself. I made the first sale at the age of 5 while helping out my parents in their small business in Chinatown. I have more than 33 years of working experience. That includes many years as a stockbroker, many years doing my own business in training and coaching, and I actually do sales every day. Last year, in the year 2019, I was awarded the top sales performer in the company called Sales Strategic Group. There are more than 1,000 people competing in this category. I make up people from Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, and China. I happen to emerge as the top, and I use many tactics and strategies. So these are also accumulated from my so many years of training, over so many thousand people. So I've decided to all compile into this course called How to Close Every Sale. My goal is to impart you all the best skills and knowledge so that you can be more effective in your sales. And I'm also the author of the world's first and only book called Practical WeChat Marketing 94 Ways. You can get this book in Amazon, you can also get at Google Play Books, you can get at the ebook version. Whatever it is, you can also get it from me. Then there is no delivery cost for you if you happen to be in Singapore. So the important thing is that I want everybody to take out these two words called I know, because in sales it's not about knowing, it's about taking action. Why are many people failing in business? Even before this COVID pandemic, many companies are already losing money, losing business, because basically they lack of sales. And primarily due to people are closing files, not closing sales. You may ask me, what's the difference between closing files and closing sales? Closing files is whereby people actually give up, or they actually more focus on the procedures and other things rather than the business aspect. So for me, I've been trained by Action International, the franchise I'm forever grateful to, that at the end of the day, you must have the sales, because all businesses start and close from sales. So if you're not closing sales, and then you're not moving on. So how do I define sales? I define sales as moving on. But before we go on, I would like to ask you some questions. Tell me, what is your sales closing rate right now? Some people will tell me, well, there are many definitions of sales closing rate. That's right, you can measure it against your prospects over your customers. You can measure against how many inquiries to how many proposals. And you can also measure against how many phone calls versus how many proposals. Whatever the case is, I want you to know there are so many ways to measure sales closing rate. But what is yours? If you do not know what's a sales closing rate, you cannot measure it, you cannot improve it. So, if you happen to know what's a sales closing rate, I want to ask you, is there one or two things that you can do right now, even this COVID pandemic, everything is locked down? Are there one or two things they can do right now to improve the sales closing rate? Well, some people tell me it is to improve on our writing, and some people say to improve on offering. Whatever it is, if you know what you can do, you can actually improve, you can actually move on. If not, they say you are stuck. So these are the course contents that we cover. There are 8 elements. And first I'll teach you what is sales closing in the proper professional definition and the importance of sales closing. Next, I'll follow with the 9 ways to close each and every sale. That's right, just follow these 9 ways and your sales will be closed automatically. I also will have a detailed example of how you can do this thing called irresistible selling. And then after that, I will teach you what exactly is the benefits, advantages, and features, and how can you actually sell them effectively. Next, I talk about this thing called communication, and how you can actually close more sales with VAK analysis. And the most important part of the sales process is actually the question process. Here I'll teach you the sure win ways that you can actually close every sale with asking the right questions. And of course, there are many objections. How do you handle the objections? And I will teach you not just 15, but total 83 techniques that you can close each and every sale. Ladies and gentlemen, refer to this and I'm sure you can close all the sales all the time. And lastly, in case you wonder, there's such a thing called buyer's remorse, and we need to prevent buyer's remorse. So ladies and gentlemen, that is what we are going to cover. And I just want to go through that there are actually 4 steps in selling. First is suspecting, finding the right suspects, right? After that is of course prospecting. And after that is presenting. And if you cannot close how, of course you need to follow up. Some people say it's just trust, need, help, hurry. That's right. We need to have built the trust. We need to find out the needs. We need to help people, and we need to hurry people. So there are only 4 steps here. But to me, sales success is beyond sales process, and I talk about the 4 steps which I've used them in my own business. First, you must know what you want. So for me, very clear, I know a certain income, I know what I want. And secondly, I must intensify my want. So my wants are very strong, I make it that I must achieve. Third, I must go and find out what do customers want. For example, customers want to make money. Customers want to save money. And how do I match these 2 wants? Right now, I'm doing this thing called mobile phone profiling, and I know that many of my customers, they need actually extra income, or they just need income because the income is totally stopped due to this COVID pandemic. And I offer them a service, a project that can actually partake and they can actually make income from the comfort of their home. And I teach them, I help them through my Udemy, through my Zoom seminars. And important thing is that I always help people to make money and save money. What about you, ladies and gentlemen? Are you helping people to make money and to save money? If you are on the way to close every sale.